Hello, 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 people. Now, put this box here and ask you to guess what's inside of it. But I know that you're all just going to cheat and you're going to look at the video title, you're going to look at the thumbnail, and you're going to be like, oh, there's a broken GameCube inside of this box. Just plain, people. Yeah, you'd be right. But what you don't know is what state it's actually in. It does not look like a normal GameCube, and we'll see why here in just a second. So let's switch over to the other view here from above. Maybe we can look at it here while we open it up. And no, there is no pasta sauce inside of this box. But got my little packing list here. I'm not going to open that because it's got some information on it. But we can already see that this is not a GameCube that's in any condition that you would expect to find one in under most circumstances. We also got a little bit of some old school documents in here. I mean, don't really need to look at those. But let's see what else is in here. Got some padding by way of these shipping bags. That was stuck to the other one. And there's another one. There we go. It's in pieces. So this is a GameCube that I bought on eBay about 4 years ago with the intention of doing a repair or a repair attempt on it. Because it actually, in the description, it was sold as non-working, parts of repair or whatever. But it also said that it was, taken apart. So, yeah, I thought it'd be a kind of a fun challenge here to just buy this broken GameCube off eBay. And I'm going to start setting all this stuff down right here. And see if we can get it working again. Now, if I remember correctly, according to the listing, it says that they attempted to do like a mod on it or something. And I guess after that, they couldn't get it to work properly anymore or work at all. I'm not entirely sure. But let's get all these parts out of here. We'll see what condition stuff is in. I think that's about all the packing here. And, oh, I guess I got a brand new set of AV cables. Oh, no, that's S-Video. Sweet. I don't have one of these yet. Nice. Oh, that's a score. And what else is in here? Just, I guess this was supposed to be like a padded bag, but it's deflated ever since. And like I said, it's, I bought this 4 years ago. And it's just been sitting in the box. So here's all the parts. Looks like maybe everything is here. So we got the cover for the bottom there. We got a little bag of screws. I don't know if everything is complete here or not. Guess we'll find out. Let's see. I'm kind of glad that they put this little disc on here because it protects the lens from getting damaged, at least a bit. And the mod would have been done to this board. So we're going to have to take a closer look at that board and see what's going on. That's the disk drive board. Got a piece of paper here from those packing envelopes. This is... looks like it's still attached to the bottom case, so they didn't do anything to that. So the main board probably works, I would hope. And I didn't get like any power supply or anything for this, so I have my own. So we'll try to see if it'll power on. Back there, we got the controller ports. It looks like it's missing the covers for the memory card slots. But whatever, that's no big deal. Well, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. And let's take a look at this, because this is where all the action is going to be. So I thought this motor here was going to be on a connector, but it's soldered directly to the board. Well, let's just go ahead and get this here. Let's get the microscope set up, and let's take a look at the board. Okay, so here's the board. Let's see if we can get a little bit more light on here. That's probably fine. Right there. That's where they tried doing something. Looks like we've got a bridged connection right there. There's a pad missing right there, but looks like maybe that was just a test pad. I don't think that's no, that's not a bridge connection. That's just because it's part of the pad there to solder the connector on. So I don't know if anything else is torn in that spot. Maybe just removing that bridge right there will get it working again. I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea what actual functional state this is in. I don't think the description even said, but like I said, it was 4 years ago, so I don't remember hardly any of it. Right there, this looks like a via there. Maybe that could be an issue. I don't think there's anything else on the board. I don't really see anything else that like stands out as potentially being problematic. This all here looks okay. I think that looks all right. There's a VR there that hopefully was not messed with. Yeah, that looks like that's about it. Let's take a look at the other side of the board. So again, not really seeing a whole lot on this side. Now the spot where they were trying to mod it looks like it's right underneath this area right there. So we can see if some of those vias are attached to this side here. It looks like that might be the one that looked like it had been tampered with. So we'll check and see if there's continuity from this side to the other side. But nothing else looks like it's been messed with. So let's undo that bridge and reassemble this up to a point where we can stick a disc on it and test it out and see if it'll work. There's a much more magnitude view of that section of the board, so we can see that, yeah, that missing pad there doesn't seem to be a problem. That can pretty much just stay as is. I could actually probably like trim this off just so it's not flapping around right there. That's fine right there. That's part of the same pad. It's like one of these sort of like L-shaped pads for whatever connector would have been there. That right there is definitely bridged looking, so I'm going to undo that. These all here look like test points, so again, those are going to be like that, where there's nothing else going on there. That's the via that looks like they tried to solder to or something, but that actually doesn't look to be a problem. There is a capacitor down here that looks like they might have touched as well, but doesn't that's not moving or anything, so it looks like it's fine. This trace here looks fine. Yeah, let's just put some flux on it and clean up this entire area and see what that's looking like. And then after that, we'll check and see if there's continuity from... Actually, that wouldn't even matter, because even if there was no continuity from the other side of this side, this just goes to that connector. So I bet you just undoing this right here is probably going to hopefully get it working again if nothing was fried. So let's see where just undoing this bridge here gets us. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to put some flux over here. Right there. And I'm just going to clean up the rest of it just so it doesn't look all ugly. Alright, so I'm just going to clean them all up anyways. This. I'm going to be surprised if that was the only issue, for sure. Yeah, let's clean this up a bit. Some alcohol. And I'm kind of curious as to what kind of mod they were attempting that would have gone here, because I've actually never done a mod or anything on a GameCube, so not familiar with whatever could have been, this could have all been used for. So it appears that maybe they just attempted to do the mod and kind of quickly gave up, because like I said, there's really nothing else anywhere on this board that looks like it's been tampered with. Alright, so that's it. That's much cleaner looking. And like I said, I'm not even going to bother checking continuity, because there's no point. It goes to nowhere. Oh man, I feel kind of dumb. There's the doors. So those are there. You can tell that this one looks really clean, so it looks like maybe they just had a memory card in there all the time, and this one didn't have anything on it, so it got all discolored. But let's go ahead and try reassembling it then and see if it works at all. There is one little cover here that I don't know what it's for. I'm guessing this must have been from something else, because I don't recognize this cover at all. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, let's put this together. We'll hook it up and see if it does anything. Alright, so there is one of these little airbag looking thingies that's supposed to go right here. That was kind of just rattling around in the box. So there we go. That pads that, and that looks okay. So this is the... Now, I haven't taken a GameCube apart in a while, so I'm a little having to look and see where stuff goes, because I don't remember off the top of my head here. But, okay, that's going to go here. Some little posts that these little shocks fit into. Oh, it looks like I have to go in at an angle. Oh, I see. So these have to, like, snap into place. Like that. There we go. Okay, so now that's kind of like shock mounted in there. This ribbon and the wires for the motor go through there like that. The laser diode is going to probably have to go underneath here. Well, the whole laser pickup assembly. Now that leaves us with the board to go in here. And that's going to take 4 screws, looks like. Yeah, and it's got a snap on that side. So let's see if we got the screws for that. I'm just going to pour those all right here. Looks like got 1, 2, 3. I don't see, oh yeah, 4 right there. Okay, so we got all 4 screws for that. That's good. Now I'm just going to minimally assemble this thing. I'm not going to go all crazy just yet. Let's just put it together enough to see if it'll work. And then we'll give it a shot. I don't want this board like flopping around all over the place though, so I do want to attach this board to at least hold it in place and to not rip off the connector there that goes from that board-to-board interconnect. This little blue cable here, oh, it goes right there. So that's for the like the door switch. I don't know if both of these got pressed at once or if it's just one. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's both of them that get pushed at the same time, so got a little redundancy there, I guess. Got one more screw right here. If this was as simple as just undoing that bridge, I'm going to be a little disappointed, to be honest, because I kind of I thought maybe it'd be a little more complicated. Okay, so there's that one. And there's that one right there. And then this cable here has a tiny little slot that it can fit into right there. Kind of keep it in place. Right there. There we go. Okay. So that's the disc assembly. If there's nothing else wrong, I guess that should work. But let's continue here. So that is just going to slide onto here like this. I gotta get that connector right there lined up. Right there, like that. Alright, so I was about to give us a side view of the thing here when I realized that this thing here doesn't look good. And that's because this entire ribbon was ripped off of the back of the controller ports right here. So that could be part of why they decided to give up on this thing. Because I don't think I ripped that off when I was unpackaging it. So, yeah, I guess if I just solder that back on right there, then that's going to be reattached or reconnected, and yeah, I guess that could have been it. I don't know. Okay, so I'm actually going to make this really simple. I'm just going to flatten these out, try to like straighten them out a bit because they're not broken. Looks like they got yanked right off the board, so they still seem to be pretty much okay. So make sure that these are all nice and flat. And then let's get this in the shot here, right there. So I'm basically just going to apply some flux and try to get these all like soldered back down into their spots right there. It looks like I need to straighten that one out right there just a tad so that it doesn't try to bridge with the other side. But yeah, I think this should work. It still has a little bit of that adhesive right there on the bottom and a little bit of crap right there. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. So I'm going to try to stick that down onto the board to hold it in place. And then I'm just going to take the soldering iron with a little bit of flux on there and just kind of get it to tack back down. And that should hopefully work. I'm going to try to get this aligned here as best as I can. Right there. I think that would be okay. And I accidentally bent the side one right there up a little bit. If I can just get it to go back down. Line up with where it used to be soldered right there. That's fine. Get that to kind of come over here a little bit. Yeah, right there, right there. This one's a little crooked. And then on this side, just a tad right there. Looks, let's bend this over just a bit. A bit there, there. Okay, that looks like that should work. Let's go ahead and get some flux on here. All right. I'm not even going to bother to add any extra solder at the moment. I'm just going to see if it'll tack down the way they are. Everything looks pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and give it solder here. And that's moving around. Oh boy. Okay, no, they're fine. They're fine. See if I can maybe manually kind of fix some of these up a tiny bit here. And this is too thick. All right, maybe with this pick I can do it, even though it's really not going to matter too much. There we go. That's a little straighter. That one right there. That's a bit better. Right here. Cool. That one right there needs to separate a little bit. Right there. They're all pretty much soldered in place, but it doesn't seem like some of these are sitting down very well. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on here with the pick, and then I'm going to melt it and hold it down as it solidifies, just so they're a little bit flatter. Yeah, you saw how that one went down right there. And the good thing is that none of these pads were ripped out, so everything still should work pretty well right there. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that one right there seemed like it was a little loose. And that's the last one. I'm just going to separate it a tad bit here. And there we go. All right, and just a quick little cleaning here. Get all this crap off of there. So you got to use a little brush in between some of those to get deep in there. But that, okay, there we go. That's good. All right, back in this place here, over 4 years ago, nothing happened. Okay, so now I just need to get that connector back into here, in the middle. Okay, I'm going to have to remove this. It's making it a little difficult to get in there. Okay, it's in place. Now let's see, let's get this back in there. And this looks like it's been broken, but it's still somewhat intact. Well, there we go. Okay, so that's in place. All right, let's put the disc assembly back in here. There we go. Now this, I don't know if, let's see, it's going to go like that. That wire has to go inside of that little spot for it right there. Okay, so this goes underneath the drive sort of a little bit right there. And yeah, there we go. That's in place. Fan's in place. That's the power button. That's the reset button. Yeah, we're ready to test this thing. See if that was it or not. So let me get some cables hooked up here and we'll give it a shot. Now, if I would have known that this thing was going to come with an S-video cable, I would have set up my capture for that. But I already had it set up for just a regular composite video. So that's what we're going to use. I would have preferred to use the S-video capture, but oh well. It's just to see if this is actually going to work or not. So there we go. We got that connected. Let's go ahead and get a game disc out. And let's go with Mario Kart Double D's. That's what I have here. Pop that off. Let's get that on there. Okay. Let's see what else. Got power. Got that. Let's bring up a capture window here. And well, first of all, let's turn it on and see if we get like any video at all. So there you go. LED's on. Oh, GameCube logo showed up. System settings were lost. Well, yeah, it's going to do that because the battery wasn't. Actually, I need to turn on my other little TV right here so I can see it better because looking at the capture window here is a little small, so sure, let's go ahead and do that. And there. Whatever. Let's just leave the time as is. So let's just cancel that. Let's go ahead and go to gameplay here. Let's see if the disk drive works. Holy crap. Is it actually going to work? And I see that again, I'm only capturing like the left side audio on my capture device. I'm having like a really bad connection issue. So if you only hear it on one side, that's the issue. I have a bad connection somewhere, and I try to fix it, but apparently it's not fixed. Let me see if I bang on a desk. Last time I did that, it worked. Ah, there we go. Well, sort of. It came back for like a second. There it is. Yeah, that's sad. It's because of the audio cable runs down there. It goes to a splitter, and then it's going off into my little speakers that I have right here, and it's going off into my capture device. So yeah, there's a bad connection somewhere in there. I'm just gonna turn this down just a tad here. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and push A. Let's start. Oh, that's freaking funny, man. I thought it was gonna be more complicated than that. So yeah, game's working. GameCube is working. It's a little dingy looking up here in the front, but yeah, that's totally fine. Looks like I gotta adjust my capture window there a little bit. It's capturing a lot of nothing around the edges. Well, I can't really play this without having something there to hold this switch down, because otherwise it's going to just stop. But yeah, it's working. Like I said, just slightly disappointing, as I thought it was going to be a little more complicated than that. But I mean, it's a gamble, basically, buying broken stuff off eBay. Sometimes you get lucky where you don't really have to do much, and then sometimes it's a royal pain in the butt. So this one was on the not the royal pain in the butt side. Well, since that worked, let's just put the cover on. That way I can actually just have the disc continue to run there without stopping it. Oh yeah, so this shield here was supposed to go on top of the main board before I put the disk drive in. But I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Let's just see if it continues running or if it's got any issues at all. But I mean, I kind of doubt it. And I'm also just going to leave the back off of it like that. I guess I could have put the cover on without having to disconnect everything, but oh well. Alright, so put the window there so it's big enough to capture everything. Let's play a quick round here of Mario Kart and see if it doesn't crap out at some point or something. Yeah. And I have not played this game in such a long time that I'm gonna suck at it, but let's give it a shot. And this was my my picks was always Daisy and Bowser. I think I got a good mix there of femininity and the lizard, so give them a shot. Luigi Circuit. All right, here we go. And I screwed up the timing on that one. Nobody laid down any items yet. Oops, I should not have done that. Bye. Alright, fourth place, not too bad. Got another boost here. No, come on! I was on a roll. Oh, these bananas in that shell right there. Got in a kill. Seriously. No! Ah. Alright, let's do this. Come here, come here, come here. Ah, I got you. screwed myself over on that one. Let's lay off. No, not the banana! Alright. Not gonna win this one. No! Oh wait, what? Oh, that wasn't the finish line yet. I accidentally let it go there a little too prematurely. Well, I guess third ain't too bad. Yeah, not too bad, right? Alright, well, that works. I'm not gonna play a whole lot here. Not like streaming or anything, but yeah. What can I say? It was a little too easy. Come on, eBay people, give me a challenge next time. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this one. I really thought that it would be a little bit more difficult at least, but really was not. So, well, ironically, I might actually end up modding this myself, because I was even thinking, like, if I can't get it working, then I can at least use it for like parts and stuff, because I don't think I actually paid very much for it. Let me see if it says right here on this sheet. No, it doesn't have what I paid for it. It just says Black GameCube DOL 001 for parts. I guess I can see if I still have an email about it. Haha, yeah, I do have the email. I can't show it because it's got a bunch of like personal information on it, but it does say I paid $8 for the GameCube, and the shipping actually costs more, $11.10. So I paid a total of $19.10 for this thing. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this one. So thanks for watching once again, and I will see you all around the bench.